I was trending towards voting for him, to be honest with you, and I still might because he will be on the ballots of the non-swing states. You're even seeing that apparently he might still be on some of the swing state ballots. They're trying to kind of screw him over there. I loved his speech, by the way. I love almost everything he says about obesity, chronic disease, big ag, our food supply, big
Yeah.
pharma. I'm with him on almost all of that. I don't agree with everything he says about the COVID vaccine. I agree big picture just on wondering about the vaccine schedule. Is it too aggressive for kids too early? I also have a kid that
Did
has
you
a
hear about the
million.
autism? Like with the numbers with the autism, like when he talks
Right.
about that, it's a wake-up call. And the way he explained it too is like, autism is so many different levels of autism. But a lot of it, man, some of these, and I've seen it, and we all know people where they have a kid, a child that will never love anybody, will never be loved, will never have a legit conversation, will never know this, will never have this. And it's just there's more and more and more. And the way he described it and throughout the stats, it's pretty concerning. It kind of made me tear up a little bit the way he explained that. I'm like, geez, Louise, that was a little bit of a wake up call. I know he gets a little bit outlandish with a couple things, and you're like, oh, okay. But I do like him and I respect him. And the way he speaks when it comes to that kind of stuff, man, you're just like, damn, I didn't know that. And you kind of look at the numbers, you're like, wow, like what is that? Like why is that happening?
Sure. And I'll just
Interesting.
tell people real quick personally. So, my son has a million allergies. He's allergic to like 20 things to the point that we're now going out to this Food Allergy Institute in Long Beach, California, about every 10, 12 weeks. We've been out there twice. We're going back in November. We're doing this deal where every day we give him a maintenance program in the morning. It's a lot of work. And then a treatment program at night where we have to give him all these foods and keep building up his tolerance and all that. So, when you see that, and RFK Jr. talks a lot about food allergies and eczema, as well as the whole idea of autism and all that, which I don't know, by the way. I'll be the first one to say I don't know. But what I do know is that it didn't used to be like this. So, what you do then, if you don't want your kids to have higher rates of autism and food allergies, eczema, which of course we all want those things to go away, you need to investigate why it's happening. I don't know why. Could it be the vaccine schedule is too aggressive? I think that's fair to talk about. Could it be our food supply, pesticides, whatever it is, processed food? I think all those things are on the table. So, big picture, I always say I don't agree with everything the man has said for the last 40 years. By the way, it's hilarious though that like every week there's a story about him like cutting off a whale's head. My wife and I were laughing about this yesterday. Like he's just funny. Like the thing where he picked up the bear on the road and he put it in Central Park. Like they're hilarious stories,
Yeah.
right?
It's odd.
Finishing with RFK, I do kind of not like him endorsing Trump, but I wouldn't have liked him endorsing Kamala either, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
like the third party aspect, but the fact that he can stay on the ballot, I do think whether you're Democrat or Republican, I think the two-party system is killing this country. So I want third-party candidates to have more of a shot. So I don't know, like our channel with Eric randomly got all these RFK
Yeah.
Jr. fans, and
Yeah.
honestly, they're kind of torn. About 50% or so from the comments I read are happy with him aligning with Trump, and the other 50%, maybe it's 40%, whatever it is, kind of think he sold out. They wanted him to go all the way till the end. I I don't know though, man. Like when I listen to him, I think he's 100% genuine in wanting to help kids. And I think he probably says both sides kind of suck in their own ways. Plus, the Democrats froze him out. So he's pissed about that, which I totally get. But I actually think he's like, you know what? If I can't be president, I can make a difference this way, whether it was in Kamala's cabinet or Trump's cabinet. I want to fix the chronic disease. I want to fix our food. I think he's genuine about that. So at the end of the day, if he is, which I think he is, if he can make a huge difference doing that, I think we all benefit.
I agree with you, man. I do. I agree with that. I think he's sincere and I do think he's genuine. And he's a very, very smart guy that's seen a lot, that's been through a lot. He knows the game. So I was just curious, man.